Rick, nice to start the preseason with a win, I'm sure. What did you take away from the overall team performance tonight?
Yeah, I thought good effort. A little sloppy at times, some turnovers, but power play was good, getting a couple of goals. Let some of the kids played well. Seeloffs obviously played very well. So, it was good efforts from some guys.
We could ask you about a lot of individuals. Let's
Sure.
start with Lekkerimäki. What did you make of his impact on the game? Couple of assists and, part of that power play as well.
Yeah, just very crafty, smart guy. Pretty good patience with the puck. I really liked, even on the empty net goal, he didn't rifle it down. He made a nice bank pass. Like, things like that, I think his hockey IQ is a pretty smart kid. I think he's going to get more and more comfortable.
You've talked about Vilmer Ulrichsen a little bit through liking what you saw at Young Stars and training camp even as well. You said you wanted to see him kind of get involved, and what did you think about him tonight?
Yeah, I think that his game is just going to grow. He's a big kid who can skate, great hands, and all that stuff's going to come. He's going to catch up to himself. Hell of an effort. I don't care if he fights, but just to stick up for himself and the team, that was great. But yeah.
And a lot of physicality in that game. A little bit of battle here with the close team with Seattle like that. What did you like from your group tonight, kind of around the game of physicality?
Yeah, I think training camp, and I think all coaches will say it. There's a little bit of spotty. Sometimes there's a lot of turnovers, a little poking. Sometimes, I like the effort, but I said we're poking around the puck a little bit too much, and I think we have to get that summer hockey a little bit out of it. You got to go through people. You don't have to kill people. I thought we were a little bit. We didn't manage the game in the second period. I mean, I'm nitpicking right now, so I'm nitpicking. But I like the effort. So, but this is just things that habits that we got to make sure we stay on top of it.
You talked about liking Seelovs tonight. What was it that impressed you so much about his performance?
The same as last year in the playoffs. Very calm. There were some breakdowns. He was right there in position. That one, side-to-side play, when we gave the puck. Actually, I had a couple of times. Just a very, he just doesn't get rattled. You can see that demeanor in him. I really enjoy that. You can just tell. I don't think I ever see him get rattled.
And he's a guy who gets put in some interesting situations, whether it's being third stringer to starter in the playoffs, or the kind of situation he's in right now. What does it say that he's able to maintain that demeanor in these situations? Yeah,
when you call his name, it doesn't matter. Playoff, a playoff game or a first preseason game, blue and white scrimmage game. He's just he's a very calm kid. He's very confident. You can tell, and I think he's got the demeanor. If he looks at Demmer, he looks up to him because Demmer's the same way.
Rick, Sammy's on the PTO. He had a sequence in the second period where he hits Alexiak in the corner boards, makes a nice play, comes back, blocks an Alexiak shot, starts a play, doesn't get scored on, doesn't take a penalty. For a guy on the PTO, a veteran, is that enough to move the meter tonight?
Yeah, Sam's an interesting guy because I really want him to elevate, for him to fight for a position. I think he's got to elevate his fitness a little bit more so he can be a little bit more faster out there in every shift. But we're going to give him a chance. He's going to play tomorrow. I think that we need him to be that forechecking heavy guy. So, we'll keep working with him.
Raty, you mentioned before the game in the morning, talked about there being a spot potentially open. And what did you like from his game? He got the point, but what did you like away from the puck defensively, that aspect of his game as well?
Yeah, well, there's a couple sequences. We had the penalty there, a couple penalties, and I put him on the right side. I think we were getting killed on the right side, but when he went out there with three in a row, boom, 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 that's huge. I mean, that's 25 times 3, whatever that, 75 seconds of PK time. What was he face-offs tonight? 14. Yeah, I mean there you go. And I think he plays a heavy game. He's not afraid to get in there. He gets in there. I think he likes the heavy game. So he just keeps working on his skating. He keeps playing faster, which he is. And like I said, I don't think there's been a day that he has not worked his ass off. like he's always got his motor running. So he's trying to make the team. That's what I'm looking for, guys. Like he's just trying to elevate himself. He's going to make rookie mistakes, but we can live with that if he keeps working.
And you mentioned the heavy game. There was a bit more fire and passion than you might expect from a preseason game. Did you like how your players stuck up for each other, especially at the end of the second period where...
Yeah, it's a rival team, Seattle. We're close to them. I think, I forget, some guards got pushed, and I love what Mizey did. Obviously, Alderson, stand up for himself. Hoggy going flying in there. Yeah, I mean, that's what happens, rival games. So, yeah, it's good on both. I'm sure they're saying the same thing.
Rick, under normal circumstances, if you had a day off tomorrow, you'd be able to review and watch film. You wake up tomorrow, it's game day again. How do you evaluate how much of this game would you watch on tape and when?
Well, actually, the coaches marked tonight. They marked a lot of stuff, so we'll have it ready for tomorrow. And I'll stay back with Yogi, the Twins, and we'll run the other non-playing guys. And Footy and Gaunch will go up to Abbotsford in the morning and have a little morning skate. So we'll split the staff. We'll probably have I'll probably show a little bit of video to the other guys tomorrow, and then Footy will run a video. So it's a lot of split staffs. And then, I'll just drive up to Abbotsford. Hopefully no traffic.
You mentioned Sammy Blake. Can you tip your hand? Like, who else that played tonight is going to get another look tomorrow?
Yeah, there'll be 4 or 5 guys. Like Rats will play again. Sasson. Lekkerimäki will go back. We got about 5 guys who are going to be back-to-back. I think it's important that these guys play in that atmosphere of a back-to-back. When you're might be a little tired, and that's what you got to see, guys. How you got to play when you're tired, and you got to play smart, and it's a mental thing too. They might not even be tired, so I think it's important that we get some of those guys back to back.